everybody, it's Alicia from Adventures of Stitching, and I am back with you for a Wip Parade for my 2-year Flossiversary on FlossTube. I cannot believe it's been 2 years, and I cannot believe I have over 30 projects to show you. So we're just gonna dive right in. I'm a little bit overwhelmed, but I do love every single project dearly, and I am very happy that I am working on them. So I just want to say thank you so much for following me on my journey, and every video that you watch and interact with me, I feel very honored to have you take time out of your day just to watch me chatter on and on about cross stitching. But without, as they say, further ado, I want to start off with sharing a couple of my finishes. I may not remember my last Wip Parade and what I was doing and what I have finished, but I think I tried. So first off, I want to share the temperature tree I did for 2023. So that's that. I think this was 18 count Ada. And I did this is from Stitchin' Mommy's chart on Etsy. And she's got a channel here on FlossTube. And I do love this. This is so pretty. So pretty. So I still need to FFO it. I need to figure out a place to put it. I need to buy a frame. The next finish is my Gilmore Girls Autumn and Stars Hollow. There are 4 pieces, 1 for each season, but the other 3 seasons will not be released as patterns until next year, so I have to hold off on that. But this is Autumn, and this is on 14 count Ada. It's from Black Needle Society. I think this pattern is, you can still get it if you want, so it's still in stock, and it was really fun. I don't remember, let's see, I don't remember the finish date on the tree, but I definitely started that in December of 2022. Gilmore Girls I started September of 2022, and I finished that this year, just a few months ago, like March, I think. And then my other finish is a picture, because it is not with me. I have it hanging in my house in Florida. So it is Mini Blue-Eyed Tiger by Colin Bogle from Artisy, and Stitches in the Tropics on Instagram. She is 80% along on hers. We started it together in August, I think, of 2022. So if you want to see that in progress still, then check out her Instagram. She just posted a progress picture on that, so that's handy. And then my other finish is this Mill Hill. This is my first Mill Hill kit. Angie got it for me, and I love it so much. So this is my first beading project, and it was slow, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed attaching beads, so that's good to know since I have a couple Mirabilias going. This needs FFO'd still. I think originally I was going to make it an ornament, but I think I decided I want to do a magnet and put it on my fridge. And I haven't decided yet if I want it on my fridge here in Ohio or in Florida, but that's something I can decide later. So those are all my finishes. I'm going to do my best, because it just makes sense with my brain, to organize everything by my start dates. So I have this handy notebook that actually is Leanne's idea. I stole it from her immediately when she said she did it. And I just have each whip and all of its information on an index card. And the start dates are all in order. So I'm going to try to go off of this to help. I don't have, this is where I realize I don't have things organized like I thought I did. I don't have any actual stats for you, so I might have to grab my tablet to share, the information for everything. So, my oldest WIP is Cinderella, Wishes Upon a Dream from Thomas Kincaid, Disney Dreams Kit. I think I started in 2017 sometime, possibly earlier, but we're not going to get into specifics because I dropped it for a couple years too. So I just didn't know how to tackle a full coverage like this. And actually, here's a little backstory. I might get really chatty for this video, so sit back. But the floss tube stitcher, she was under a different name on YouTube, and this was years and years ago. But she was my introduction to Heaven and Earth Designs, full coverage, parking, managing many colors, managing fabric, and working from a paper pattern. I mean, this is before Pattern Keeper. And I was just, my mind was just boggled. I was like, I can't believe you're doing that. She was doing her big blue dragon. I was like enamored with her updates, and she seemed to be one of the only ones. I think I was specifically searching YouTube for like, how am I supposed to cross stitch when it's every stitch of your fabric? And I found her. So it's either Carolyn or Caroline. I think it's Carolyn. I might tag you because you were my first floss tuber that I ever watched, and I didn't even know floss tube was a thing, and that was years and years ago. 2017, I'm telling you, I was a different person back then, but you helped me get through this tree. This was when I gave up the last time, and I just kept going and going, and then I realized I wanted to kit up something myself, and that's when I got my Mickey and Minnie pattern, which I'll probably have to show next, because I think it was my second. Yep. So, okay, instead of being derailed again, here's Cinderella. I'm not really sure where I was last year. I know I didn't get very much done so far this year, just because it wasn't with me for 4 months. So I wasn't able to do my oldest WIP Wednesdays. But there's the thing in full. And once I finish this block, this page, it will be 50% complete. So that would be a time for partying. I'm using all the kit materials, and I don't know, people complain about the fabric, and maybe it's just because I've like messed with it so much. It is the best Aida I've ever stitched with, but it's because it's floppy now. So, and don't mind the masking tape. That I think I even still use it now because I'm like, you know what, go ahead and cut it off when you're done. That's fine. Who cares? Not me. Obviously. Okay, that was WIP number 1. Let's see if I can keep track of how many WIPs I have. You can help me. WIP number 2 is Sweetheart Cove. Now here's where it gets interesting because I just filmed a floss tube, so I have projects in 2 piles right now. But you'd think I'd be able to tell which one's which. Ah, here we go. Sweetheart Cove is what I call lovingly Mickey and Minnie. This is a anniversary start in 2021. So remember, September 2021 is my anniversary. This was the first thing I kitted up myself, where I bought the floss, I bought the pattern, I bought the fabric. I had no clue what I was doing, and I started it. It was a paper pattern, and then I got like maybe the first page done, and I found out about Pattern Keeper, and I was like, I need that in my life, and so I just went with it. So this, I just hit 30% complete, so it's 30.02%. Let's see, it is 125,972 stitches, and I'm working on this page here. What else can I tell you about it? It's on opalescent Lugana. It's 25 count. I started out doing 1/1 full cross here. I am now on 2/1 tent somewhere in here, and I bet you cannot tell the difference. So when I get done, I'm not sure, like when I get across the top, I'm not sure if I'm going to go down and like frame it out or just go back over and do rows again. I haven't really figured that one out yet. The next one is kind of an honorary whip now because it's in my brother's hands. It's the Middle Earth map, and I gifted it to him. It is for him, and I gifted it to him early because he has gotten into cross stitching and he was about to start it himself without knowing I was stitching it for him. So I'll put a picture of it here and hopefully a progress picture. If not, you'll just get a picture, and it'll soon be a whip for me, and soon meaning the next year or two, because he's supposed to finish a row of pages before he gives it back to me. So that is that. And that was a November 2021 start. The next one is Wind in the Willows Sal by Chris Dunn from Pain Free Crafts. This is a 2022 Sal. And it's been in timeout because I keep misreading the pattern for this toad. But here it is. And I have there's no way of telling the percentages. But this is what I'm working on here. He's cute, but I literally had to frog. The frog, funny. I had to frog him. Somehow I was tired and I put the wrong color in here. So I think I frogged it. I'm not sure if I put the right color back in yet, but I said, he's going away. So that's that. And then, I don't know if you want the close-up of the bunny. This is Miss Paisley Rabbit. I don't really know how to work with this huge fabric, but there she is. Ugh, that detail is incredible. This is on 32 count Jobelin Lugana. I'm doing 2/2 full cross, and this was started January of 2022. Yeah, I do need to get back to this though, because it's been a while. The next one is Star Wars, Luke and Princess Leia. It's a Dimensions kit. I kind of only work on it on Star Wars days, or if it gets selected randomly for a goal. So I'm surprised at how well along I am, like how far into it I am, just from, you know, not even really working on it much. So the last time I picked it up, I was over here on R2-D2 and C-3PO. So I'm using all the kits for that. And I'm trying to think about backstitching as I go, but I obviously haven't, so we'll see. That was a May of 2022 start. Okay, next whip. See, I've already lost count. Where are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're on to the 5th whip. And it is Simple Pleasures. It's also Chris Dunn's artwork. Trying to find it in my whip stack. Here we go. So it's from Pain Free Crafts. And I started it October of 2022. So here we are. I'm pretty sure I did too much. I have a lot of excess fabric down here, so don't pay any attention to that. Just start there. I was doing extreme cross country, and then I decided that was a little dull for me for this pattern, so I went to completing a page completion. Cross country by Page. How do you say that? Yeah, cross country by Page is what I'm doing. I don't know why I couldn't think of what that was called. So, and this is on 25 count Lugana. Even weave, not Lugana. Maybe it is Lugana, but it's easy guide. No words. This is gonna be fun. So there's that. And got a little basket here. This might be a ball of yarn, I think. Do you want stats now that I have a project that has stats? It is 6.75% complete. I have 8,367 stitches done out of 124,000. Okay. The next whip. I bet you I'm forgetting all kinds of information you guys would love to know. I'm trying. Okay, the next whip is number 6, right? Cozy Winter Evening, the Mini by Oleana Babenko from Heaven and Earth Designs. And don't mind the blue splotches, that is not hand-dyed fabric. That is a water-based marking pen that I was too lazy to get completely out. And I just wanted to get it out enough that it wasn't a grid anymore. This is 28 count, I believe. Yeah. And I am doing this Extreme Cross Country by color. And I'm on 814 right now. I finished, I think that was 939. It could have been 823, but it's one of the dark navies. So there we are. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. I can't wait to see more of her outlined. Because the tree is there, lights are there, the window's showing up. These are the curtains. So she is 21.17% complete. I have 16,784 stitches in out of 79,300. I love this. I love it so much. I'd say it's one of my favorites, but they are all my favorite. So what do you do with that? That one I started October of 2022, so we're getting close. Yep, those are all my 2022 starts, 2021 and 2022. So obviously you can see I have ramped up things from 2022 to now, because somehow I ended up with 33 projects, I think. That's what happens when you become a floss tuber. You get influenced and you just can't tell yourself no. And I'm okay with that now. I wasn't okay when I was going over 12 whips. Now that I'm way past 12 whips, I'm like, life is good. We're good here. Enough being sidetracked. Let's find our next whip. The next one I started was a New Year, New Start for 2023. It is God Shed His Grace by Abraham Hunter from Artisy Designs. Artisy Shop? Whatever. Artisy. This is the medium chart. It's on 25 count, 2 over 1/10 stitch. And there it is. I would bring up the numbers. Okay. It's 11.46% complete. 15,472 stitches are in out of 135,000 stitches. Give you a little close up there. I'm doing this on the diagonal, 2 over 1/10 stitch. This truly is a favorite project. You can laugh, but this one really does have my heart. If you've heard me rave about it in any other floss tube, you would understand. But yeah, that's probably Alicia's favorite whip. Probably is. Did I miss anything? I started that with Angie, Nikki from Nikki Stitchy, Rachel Q Stitches, Amanda in Stitches. Leanne is also doing this now. She finally started this year. And the hashtag is God's Grace Sundays, but we don't always stitch on it on Sundays, so that hashtag only kind of worked when we first started it. The next one I started was The Lady of the Mist my Mirabilia. This was a birthday start. And it's on a mystery fabric, which I actually think I might know where this fabric came from. I think it's from Bestitch Me. I'm pretty sure someone said something about it, but I can't remember the name of it. Somebody was like, they had this fabric, and I was like, that looks a lot like what I found. But I found this fabric at an antique store, so go figure. But here's my progress on her. This is my birthday start last year, February 14th. It's on 32 count, that much I do know. It's 2 over 2 full cross. And I'm pretty sure you can see, like, that's her waist, that's her arm, so she's going up this way, and she's sitting, so she's going to go down that way. And then the fabric is way bigger than the pattern, so I'm just going to open it halfway. And I did notice, I don't know why I never noticed this, but there is discoloration here and here, but I'm hoping the stitching of her will cover that. I don't know, I just got a little nervous that I noticed that. Hopefully it doesn't show up when I have the finished project. I don't know, but it is pretty, and I am happy with stitching on it. So I think that's what number 7. Are you keeping track? The next one is A Church for All Seasons by Nikki Bomey from Charting Creations. And we started this, there's a group of us that started this, March 26th of 2023, which means that's Angie's birthday. And I'm doing this in the craziest way that is finally making sense. Here's my progress. Can you see that? I'm going across the top now. I've gone all the way around the sides and the bottom, and I'm working on this by the season I'm living in. So now that it's summer, I need to start working on this again because I hit the summer spot here. I've gone all the way across the spring. And I've marked myself here to kind of be able to block out where the season starts and ends when I start going to fill in some more. So there's that. I think this is 28 count easy guide. I'm doing 2 over 1 10th stitch. I can't really zoom in very well for you because of the length and the sparsity of the fabric, but there you go. Let me get the stats for that real fast. Where is it? It is at 9,126 stitches out of 247,500. It is 3.69% complete. I have a feeling I had this as a high priority 5% by 25, so I gotta get cracking on that for sure. The next one is the Shire Painting, which is from a shop on Etsy that is no longer there, so it's pointless to tell you where I got it. But I am this far. It's a cute little pattern. This I think is also 28 count easy guide, and I started this April of 2023. It is 5.29% complete. I really should work towards finishing the page. It's been like that for months. I have 5,525 stitches in it. It is 104,400 stitches big. And there is a flaw that Rainey found that's going to be in near the hobbit hole door area with the browns, but it's just a few stitches, few colors that we're going to have to work off of paper because Pattern Keeper recognizes one symbol as being so close to another one that it's melted them together. So we're going to have to be cautious once we get there, but it'll be a while. What are we up to, guys? Okay, we're at 10 whips. The next one is The Last Supper. The Story Keep. Artist is Leonardo da Vinci. And it's from Heaven and Earth Designs. And I cannot find it in my pile. Here we go. Sorry about that. So this is 5%. It was a 5% by 25, and I got that goal met. It's 2,047 stitches in, and it is 40,630 stitches big. And I have one of the disciples' arms done. That's an arm. I should probably get to this again, even though it's at 5%. It's just so little, it needs a little bit more love. That one was started Easter weekend of 2023. It's 2/110 stitch, 25 count easy guide. Okay, and then project 11 is Mini Red Panda by by Sheena Pike. I couldn't think of her name. Sheena Pike from Heaven and Earth Designs. This is Mini Red Panda. It is retired. Sheena is retired from paid. So there she is. This is 7.60% complete. 6,418 stitches out of 84,500. And I'm kind of working in the center, and I'm kind of just going up and out like wherever the floss takes me. But that's her face right there. I should probably get back to her too. It's been a while. Maybe I'll have that be a July whip. That one was started June 27th of 2023. It's on 25 count easy guide. I started this with Angie from Angie Slowly Crafts. I'm doing 2/110 stitch. The next one is Anne of Green Gables, the quick stitch, but I cropped it, and I started this with Rainy from Rainy Day Reads. And this is on 27 count Linda, 2/110 stitch again. That's my favorite method. Oh, I actually just have notes because I had it in my floss tube. It is 6% complete. I have 4,983 stitches in it, and it is 80,030 stitches after my cropping of the project. So if you got this and you didn't crop it, it would be a little bit bigger. I basically just took a whole page off of this side because it's just a big tree that I didn't want to stitch. So it didn't really take much of the picture out of it. And again, I think I explained this in my floss tube, but I didn't iron this one. Sorry, the light is blowing it out that way. I didn't iron this one because I wanted these lines here, and if I ironed it, it would erase the lines because of the heat pen. So that's why this one still looks like a mess. So that was started May of 2023. The next one is One Nation Under God by Twin Peak Primitives. And this is where I am. This is on 28 count parchment from Picture This Plus, I think. And I'm doing 1/1. Look at how big this sampler is going to be. Because I'm doing 1/1. Like, can you imagine doing this 2/2? It would be twice this big. So I'm going to fold this up to show you the actual stitching. So this is 1/1 full cross. I have no idea my stitch count because it's paper pattern and I don't have the energy to keep track of that. Okay, I've lost count of my whips. I think that was 13, possibly 12. So we've officially gotten past my point of memory. I started One Nation on July 4th of 2023. Oh, sorry, that fabric is not parchment, that is sand. I think they were out of parchment at the time. The next whip is my restarted Grand Library. I don't think I did a whip parade since I gave my first Grand Library to Stephanie from the On Point Stitcher. She's currently working on that and she's about to 7%. I didn't like my fabric choice with my floss choice and the amount of floss that I had to use on it. It was too thick, way too thick. And if I went down a strand, it was way too sparse. So I was just not a happy camper. And I thought, you know what, before I get too much farther into this project, it's such a huge project, I'm going to restart it. So I restarted it in August of last year. It's on 32 count Lugana 1/1 CXC 1/1 tent stitch with CXC floss. And here I am. It's 2.72% complete. I have 19,429 stitches in. It is 715,284 stitches big. And let me show you the fabric. I don't think if I stood up if it would show the whole piece. But that kind of gives you the idea. It's 32 count and it's still too big to fit in frame. But I love it. And I don't care. At this point, I don't care when I get it done. I'm just going to keep plugging away at it. That's what you have to do with the real big ones. But it's so much fun. Did I mention it's the Super Size Max Color, the Grand Library by Amy Stewart from Heaven and Earth Designs? I feel like I didn't. The next one was for Stitcher Mommy Sarah's birthday last year. Me and Rainey both started Leonid Afremov for her birthday. I think a few other people did too, but this is the one I had, and I said, sure, I think I could probably fit it on this piece of fabric that I have. It barely fit. Look at that margin, 1 inch. This is a 5% by 25 project, and it's about 2%. I think it's 1.87%. So I started this in September of 2023. It's by Leonid Afremov from Heaven and Earth Designs. It's the mini evening. I know I said that all backwards, but oh well. It's on 25 count. No, it's not. Yeah, maybe it is. It's possible it's 27 count. 2/1 tent stitch. Yeah, 1.87% complete. I have 1,554 stitches in out of 83,250. And I'm doing diagonals by blocks. So I'm just stair-stepping the blocks, which basically is just like a column, but I'm picking 1 block per column per page. We'll see how long I stick with that, because like it's fun, but it does seem to be breaking up the flow of this pattern. I might change that up a little bit. Okay. The next one is somewhere. Here we go. It is called Tea by Mirabilia. Me and Angie changed it to Friendship because we see it as our friendship. This is on 18 count Heroic by Picture This Plus. I don't know. It's probably, yeah, never mind. I don't have very much done on this. I should probably get to it. This was started September of 2023. And I'm working on the ribbon of her dress. It's 2/1 full cross. And so what we're basically going to do with this is each stitch a girl and mail the whips to each other and finish the other girl. And then the idea is to meet up in person to swap them back. Hopefully, theoretically, it should work. The next one is called Hummingbird from Light Unicorn Designs on Etsy. And I never know which way is up. That's gonna be interesting to figure out. Maybe I can see it on the pattern. I think it's this way. This is 28 count Glacier. I think it's probably Picture This Plus. And I started this in November of 2023. And it's 2/1 tent stitch. I'm contemplating going back to full cross on this because of the way the coverage, it's not a full coverage design. So the tent stitches look a little odd just hanging out there at a slash. So I might switch to a full cross, but you tell me if that looks odd to you. I'm not sure. So that's how far I am. The percentage is a little messed up because the pattern counts the background, and I'm taking the background out with this fabric. So I'm not sure what to tell you, like how far in I am. I've just got a couple thousand in, probably, maybe even not that much. But yeah, I started that with Angie. I don't know if I mentioned that either. I'm a little all over the place. This is a lot to keep track of. My goodness. I could not do this every time. I wouldn't be a floss tuber if I did this every month. The next one, woo, we are up to 2024 starts. So I probably got through half of my whips. So I got into the danger zone this year. I think I just went crazy starting things that I kept telling myself to hold off on. Like, I think I got more frustrated about the stuff that I wasn't letting myself stitch than I am now having more whips, if that makes sense. So this is the Pride and Prejudice sampler from Etsy. I'm not sure if the shop is still there. I know I can't find the pattern from Etsy anymore. But I started this with Sarah from Peace, Love, and Stitches. We'll go to this side. And it's, this is on 18 count Picture This Plus Jade Ada. I'm doing 2/1 full cross with a floss that's hand dyed by Rolanda. So it's like a one of a kind. I probably can give you stats on this one. It's 1.98% complete. Come on, Alicia, you can get to 2. 781 stitches out of 39,430. The next one is my birthday start for this year. It's the Wonder Woman Warrior Princess by Daniel Kordek from Tilton Crafts. It's on 32 count Lugana. I'm doing 1/1 tent stitch with CXC, and here she is. Pretty. I'm doing this as another 5% by 25, and she's coming along nicely. She's at 3.53%. I have 4,326 stitches out of 122,500. So see, these little pieces of fabric with the little count will throw you off. You think, oh, that's not bad. It's actually over 100,000 stitches in that little area. Who knew? So yeah, that was my birthday start. I did it I did a superhero Sal hashtag, so a few people did little superhero starts with me. The next one has a story. It's my mini farm stand from Donna Gelsinger, and it's from Heaven and Earth Designs. And originally me and Leanne started this together, the full size. And then I think I restarted it because I didn't like the fabric I got. And then we decided that that full size is huge. It was like, how big was it, Leanne? Like 400,000 stitches or something ridiculous? We thought, let's go ahead and get the mini. So we got the mini and we started it on Leap Day, February 29th. And so that's how far I am. I just barely got a start. But it's so much smaller. The fabric that I had for the farm stand originally got cut up and it was able to be designated to like 3 or 4 other projects. So I was so happy that I'm able to get more projects out of the same fabric. This is on 25 count potato Lugana. And as you can see, there's not much there. I'm not even gonna show that very long because it's sad. I'm at 0.62%. I've got 488 stitches in it, and it is 78,975 stitches big. Okay. We have a kit called Island Time from Letty Stitch. This is my first Letty Stitch kit. Well, my only Letty Stitch kit. And we are, let me show you the whole piece so you can get the idea of the size. So there's the fabric. That's what I have done. I have no idea the percent to give you because of the fact that it's a paper pattern, but you get the idea. It's probably 1 or 2%. And I love it. I should stitch on this in July too. It's so summery. I should do a summery and a Christmassy. Like you can do Christmas in July and then the other times do summer because it's summer in July. At least here in America. I started this on March 5th. That is, the artist is Chuck Pinson or Pinsone. I'm not sure how to say his last name. You can also get the digital full coverage pattern from Charting Creations. Is Charting Creations? But it's so big, I didn't go that route. I went paper route, which hopefully the detail will be just as good. But I just want to share that that is an option if you like that. You don't have to go paper pattern and kit and everything. You can kit it up yourself and the pattern is available. The next one I also started with Leanne. This was sort of in honor of her birthday this year in March, but I did a late one. It was March 23rd and her birthday is March 16th. This is Gardener's Paradise Mini by Donna Gelsinger. And I don't know which way it goes. This way. From Heaven Earth Designs. This is also on the potato Lugana. It's 25 counts. I'm doing 2 over 1/10 stitch. That's how far I am. Let me pull up my stats. I should pull this up first so we don't have to wait. It's 1.37% complete. I have 1,068 stitches in it out of 78,000. This is a 5% by 25, but if I don't get there, I won't be heartbroken because it's a start from this year. For some reason, I don't have that as a pressure. I started all the kits this spring. The next one is Dimensions Gold Northern Night kit. I started this April 6th. It's by Abraham Hunter, and it's like a start along with Angie and Joss, but we all started at different times. So like they started last year, and I said, okay, finally I have the kit, I'm gonna start it. So here we are, using all the kit stuff. I don't have percentages or stitch count or anything like that to share, but you kind of get the idea where I am. I started in the middle, so I'm at the sky. And I really hope I'm showing you the right side up. Like, what if it's this way? I don't know. We'll find out with the pictures. That's with all the kit. Whenever I do kits, usually it's all the kit stuff. That's why you buy kits, right? The next one is Welcome to Rivendell by Country Magic Stitch. A bunch of us started this together on May 1st. And it's on that same jade picture, this plus 18 count, and I'm doing 1 over 1 full cross. on it. That's my progress. That's about how big it's going to be. And I am 5.24% complete. I have 1,148 stitches in out of 21,924. So, and it only has 15 colors, so it's kind of fun, easy block stitching. That, I think I shared that me, Leanne, Rainey, and Angie started this. And then the next one is the Arctic Animals Sal. This one I also don't have numbers to share, but you'll be able to see my progress. This is on 18 count Mystic from Picture This Plus. And I got clue 1 done, and I'm working on clue 2. Clue 1 is these foxes with the bowl. Well, I guess there's 2 bowls. And then over here, I just started on clue 2, and it is a walrus, and he's going to be over here. This is from Country Magic Stitch. No, it's not. It's from Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. The last one was Country Magic Stitch. So yeah, that's 2 over 1 full cross, and a whole bunch of us are doing that, obviously, because it's a mystery sal for this year. It's going to last all the way up until next April, I think. Next is Cafe by the Sea. You're not going to be able to see this very well. This is a Dimensions kit that I started May 14th of this year. There we go. You can kind of see the stitches. There's a sailboat outline in there. And that's all I got. Not too exciting. Again, kit. I can't wait until I work on this more and it stops being so stiff. Started that with Angie. The artist is George Bjorklund. May 14th. And the next one was a very surprising start. I think I even bought the pattern, kitted it up, and started it all within like a day because Leanne talked me into it. This is called Kingdom of Books, and it's right here. I'm going to cut out the background at the top. So right now, as of right now, the pattern numbers are accurate, but once I get to that sky and, like, you know, don't complete the sky, the numbers will be skewed because I'm not doing all that for, it's just a bunch of different tans to look like the background bookshelf. So it's at 1.17% complete. I'm doing 1 over 1 full cross on 25 count. I don't know why. I think I just want to see what it was like. I do like it. It's like, it feels delicate. I've done 800 stitches. It's at 60, no, I've done 800 stitches, and in complete, it's 68,633 stitches. But again, I'm not doing the background, so it'll probably be cut down by a good 15,000. So that's from Tinsel Cross Stitch on Etsy, if you want to find that. I started it with Leanne and Bonnie from Thread the Needle, and there's one other lady, maybe Brenda, or Brenda's already doing it, the Handwork Maniac. She might already have a lot of progress done on that, but now I'm not sure. I'll have to talk. The next one I love so much. It's called Tea Time, and I renamed it Sherlock Holmes because he looks like Sherlock Holmes, but he's a duck. And this is where I am. This is on a oatmeal Aida, and I think it's 14 count. It's just what I had on hand. I got a pretty good bit of him done in May. So I started him on May 22nd. The designer is Lily Violette. You can find that on her shop on Etsy. She also has some patterns on 1, 2, 3 Stitch. I'll have to look at those. I have one that I forgot, so I'm just going to slide it in right here. This is called Mini Sunset in Venice. It's by Dominic Davison, I believe. Let me actually look at this. Yes, Dominic Davison, Heaven Earth Designs. I'm not sure what the fabric is, but it's one where it's printed on the front and it's blank on the back. So you tell me what that is. But I was attempting diagonal here. I don't think this pattern likes diagonal, so I might change that up. This is something I started with Angie. I don't remember when it was. It might have been March or May. Maybe it was the end of May. But I'm 0.94% complete. I have 702 stitches out of 75,075. Just a close up. That's 2 over 1/10 stitch. I'm pretty sure this is 25 count. Okay, so back to regularly scheduled programming. The next one is what I have named Chapel from Precious Moments. I don't have stats. This is on probably a 14 count Aida, and that's what I have done. So I started that on May 27th. And lastly is my very newest of new starts. I started this with many ladies on June 20th, which is the first day of summer here. It's from Stitches So Beautiful. This is called A Beautiful Place. The designer's on Etsy. I think the artist is Jose Rosa. Eder or Adair. Jose Rosa. I have this on 28 count easy guide, 2 over 1/10 stitch, and it's at 0.50%. I have 540 stitches out of 107,000. So there we go. Let me show you the whole length. I think the whole length. Pretty sure this fabric is extra long. So I think it's gonna be right about there. And I started on the top right corner this time, because I wanted to see what it was like over in Angie's world, because she always starts in the top right. Excuse me. And that's it. Those are all of my whips. If you kept count, please leave a comment below and let me know how many whips I have, because I lost track at 12. And that was way back in 2022. So I have one more start completely planned. Like, there's a start date on it, and that is Wings. Is it called Wings of Freedom? Flight of Freedom. And it is a dimensions kit with an American flag and a bald eagle. And I'm starting that with Catherine from Needleberry Stitcher. And so I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be on July 4th. And after that, any other starts that come up are partially planned, but I don't know when I'm starting them. So hopefully it's not as many as March and May, because I went a little crazy. But I hope you enjoyed my Wip Parade, and I hope our next year together will be a great one, and we all make great progress on our cross stitching, whether you do full coverage or non-full coverage or a little bit of both. So I hope you have a great July and rest of your summer, and stitch like the wind.